Yeah, what is good? People's Devontae back in the house, man. Word up, yo. Let's talk about it. Jermaine, Jermaine, Jermaine. This is now the third interview he's doing on his little fall off press run. That's not been going good. Where he's talking about anything else other than a fall off. Like he's talking more about other stuff than his new album that he just dropped. I think the only interview where he really went into detail about the album, about the process and all this stuff, I was on a Deskus interview. That like Cam's interview, he wasn't talking about the album much, and on this third interview he's doing right on Carmelo Anthony's podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Um, Also not really going into depth about the album, right? But nevertheless, this has been the third J. Cole interview that's been trending. A lot of people had something to say about it. I think it was released on I think it was last Friday or Saturday, right? A lot of people had something to say about it. Um I was checking it before I started this recording. Um so I definitely heard what he's saying. I was like, okay, you know what? I need to react to this. I was like, because I saw the stuff that was trending, was like, should I react to it? But I wanted to get a little bit more in depth about, the stuff that he was saying. So we're gonna break it down, and I just hope I can. I cannot wait for the this international break to be over, man, and for the Americans that come on here to be like, what is the international break? We're talking about football, right? Where the international teams are playing. And be like, but aren't you American? Yeah, I'm half American, no, but I'm not from America. Uh, but nevertheless, you know, there's an international break going on, so I'm just waiting for that to be over so we could get back to the regular program, right? Arsenal, 7 games to go for the title and still in the Champions League. So we're just waiting for that to conclude last phase of the season, and then we can move on to next season, man. Because I'm just over the season, to be honest. Like my Ajax is doing fucking bad business, and Arsenal just looking like they're gonna choke it again. But we'll see though. Like anything is possible, like KG once said. So I just hope for the best. No, um, and then stay tuned for next Monday. If everything goes through, gonna do the second part of ranking the most talented, gifted football players of all time, past and present. Stay tuned for that because I had a blast doing that last weekend. Shout out to Yasa TV, Michael TV, and Zero Talks for jumping on. You know, what I'm saying I had a lot of people came to me and said that they love that stream. So I'm gonna do a second one because there were a lot more names that we have to talk about though, good or bad. That doesn't matter. We need to have a conversation about certain players, and we will do that. So if everything goes through, like if people, because it all depends on people and the schedule. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, because I don't want to do it on my own. I want to do it with other people in the have there. I want to know. I want to see what their takes are on certain players and how talented they were. So stay tuned for that. If not, we're gonna move it to another day. But part two is definitely coming for sure, though. Part two is coming for sure. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share the video. Subscribe to PJ's POV, and let's react to J. Cole's interview on Mello's podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Let's go, peoples. All right, let's see what Jermaine had to say. Let's start with his right here.
I didn't just do that because it was like sitting wrong in my spirit. It didn't feel right. I did that because I was genuinely wrong.
Absolutely.
And this is why I was wrong.
Okay.
Okay, wait. So here he addresses about what led to the apology, right? Like because Mello asked him like um about the apology and what led to it. So that's this segment right here.
I didn't just do it because like, ah, man, y'all, this don't feel right. No, I was in the wrong. And this is why I was in the wrong. One, I was in the wrong because I misrepresented myself and how I feel about this person to the world, period, point blank. That's the first wrong. But the wrong that supersedes.
Okay. So first wrong, he said he misrepresented himself and how he feels about Kendrick Lamar. So basically he's saying what he said on First Person Shooter, he did not mean it at all. And that's something I've been saying on the interviews that I've reacted to, right? Or the snippets of it, you know, I've been saying it like, so First Person Shooter, I'm sorry, 7-minute drill. 7-minute drill. I'm saying first person. So 7-minute drill, right? He was talking about some of the stuff that he said about Kendrick, right? Even though there were very light jabs, like he felt so bad about it, and he misrepresented his feelings, like because he had no ill feelings or any resentment towards Kendrick Lamar.
That is the reason why I did the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I did the wrong was the wrongest wrong of all. I did that wrong, misrepresented myself, boom, 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 because I was afraid that if I didn't come out and do something, at least say something, like at least try to make it seem like I'm doing this, then this thing that I've been working on for 8 years at the time, this album that I've been working on and was done at that time, will come out. And they not gonna let me put it out.
The timing, yeah.
They gonna say nope. We don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, nigga, you still ain't addressed, dude.
Nah. I'm not hearing that, right? So now he basically saying like, look, I got peer pressure because people were expecting me to say something about Kendrick's verse on like that. Meanwhile, J. Cole, you like I said, you a grown ass man. You were 39, 40 years old around that time. So for you to say something about, oh man, I didn't want to say something. Like, people were like pressure me into saying something, or else I wasn't going to listen to my album. That's not true. People were going to listen to the Fall Off. Because if you didn't say something then, like let's say you did drop your album, people were going to listen to the album to you know, with the intention of, are you going to say something on that album? I don't think that he understands that. Like this guy talking about, we're not going to listen to the Fall Off because you haven't addressed Kendrick Lamar. That was never going to be the case, especially when I look at the coal miners, the stands. They was going to listen to it regardless. And you know, if I speak for myself, right? If you did not answer to Kendrick Lamar and you released your album, I would have still listened to it because I want to know what you're saying. People still want to listen to it because they want to know what you're saying, and if it was going to respond on that album. So I feel like this is kind of an excuse to say, oh yeah, I got peer pressured. I got no, not even peer pressure. I got pressured by the fans and by the world, even though I'm a grown ass man. And I've said it so many times, it can't happen. It can happen, but I feel like at that age, you should not be, you know, you should not be pressured so easily into doing something like that. If he was 20, I could say, okay, you know, saying little J. Cole, 20 years old, getting pressured. I understand that. But at 30, 40 years old, 39, 40 years old, when you have an established career, you have an established name, and people consider you one of the GOATs of this era. Like I don't feel like you owe people like that. You know, if you're not willing to enter that battle or to you know, go back and forth with Kendrick, right? On the friendly tip, just on the sparring tip, I would say that okay, cool, you know, simple. To say something like this is you know, you're trying to cop out. I'm not hearing that.
We don't want to hear that shit. So my fear of fucking up the public reception of this thing that I've been working so hard on. Like looking back, I give myself a little grace. Like I understand why I had the fear. I've been working on it for mad long, and I was also tired and exhausted. And my thought was, oh no, this shit that I've been doing that I'm so proud of, if I put this out without saying something, I did it for nothing, damn near.
Right.
It's a bad, and that's a bad thought. That's a wrong thought.
if I look back at the period, he did a surprise drop by My Delete Later. So I don't know why you would say, because let's say he did not do 7 minute drill. He just released My Delete Later as a teaser, right? I think people from that album, right? The way he was rapping on that album, people would be excited for the fall off anyway. Like I say, J. Cole is trying to cop out. He's trying to make excuses for why he apologized. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to stand 10 toes down, and that's my problem. He's making all these excuses on why. It's like, bro, this is a very poor excuse to say, oh yeah, people wasn't gonna listen to it if I didn't say something about Kendrick Lamar. My Delete Later, that teaser that you dropped, right, leading to the fall off, would have been enough for the people to say, oh man, I wouldn't know what what Cole was gonna say on the fall off. Especially if I speak for myself, because I thought the rapping was very good. I thought My Delete Later was a good album. So I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is. Let's move on.
Because the true clear thought in that moment is, man, who gives a fuck? Like, this shit ain't about that. It's about this. The clear thought would have been, man, whatever they got going on, even if I was more directly involved in that, even if Kendrick Lamar would have came out of his mouth and been like, fuck J. Cole, boom, boom, boom. Even if that was the case, a clear version of me would have been like, man, let him have that. And he didn't do nothing close to that. And I still let the fear of what the perception would be on this album dictate my next move, which was a dumb move. Because
okay, I do, like I said, I understand that J. Cole's human, he makes mistakes, you know what I'm saying? What I just don't want to hear is that people were like pressuring him, like, but that was of course his fear. That was his thought process because he worked so hard on the fall off, right? His thought process of, okay, now in the middle of me trying to almost close to releasing the album, here comes Kendrick Lamar saying motherfuck the big three, it's just big me. And and something in the back of my mind tells me I have to respond. Also with him, he's probably, because he's on social media, you know, people were like, oh, Cole, what was Drake gonna say? What's Cole gonna say? Or what are they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? But I understand that, you know, and I'm not mad at that, but at the same time, like, J. Cole, like, it's tough. I get both sides, but I'm just not hearing the poor excuse that people was not gonna listen to the fall off because of that if he didn't answer. No, but that was his thought process. I'm just not hearing it though.
now you got to stand behind this.
Yeah.
Forever, nigga. You got to stand by. You got to go pretend like this really represents you.
Right.
Unless, and I wasn't thinking this until an hour before I went on stage. Unless you now coming.
Hey, this guy is really fine with his hoodie the whole time, bro. Oh my god, bro! Like, this guy bro. He got more energy for that hoodie than the diss he dropped on Kendrick Lamar. No, so he got more energy for that hoodie than he got energy for Simba and Sahai. But we'll get to that though. We'll get to that part later though. But you know what I'm saying? Let's move on.
Correct how you feel to the same world that you misrepresented yourself, and to him as well. You know what I mean? Let me let y'all know exactly who I am.
Okay.
Because I fucked up. You know what I mean? I fucked up and folded under pressure. And there's a lot even more into the story where I could tell you the week leading up to that song coming out, and like the conversations that was had and the back and forth I had internally, and ultimately fear won. You know what I mean? That's all I can really tell you in a nutshell. The fear won that day.
Yeah.
But it didn't win 2 days later. You know what I mean? Like the real me won. And then to your point, I got to take everything that come with it. And guess what?
The competitiveness. That's what I'm getting. I'm hearing the competitiveness got you to that point of I gotta say something. Because there's no way you can hear that competitively and not want to sharpen my pen too. And like I have to say something back. I have to respond some way, somehow.
No, I can't say it was competitive. Competitively is different though. Yeah. Competitive is like, I wish I could tell you it was competitiveness.
Nah. Okay, because like Melo's right. It's competitiveness. J. Cole was saying fair, and thank God Melo peeped that. Because J. Cole say fair, but at the end of the day, it's competitiveness. Because of course, like, remember, the motherfuck the big three line. That is what, because of the verse that Kendrick released was mostly aimed at Drake, right? In response to first person shooter, right? And everything that leading up to that song, right? The feature request. We'll get to that later as well, right? Melo is saying, it's the competitiveness. That's why you answer. And Cole saying, no, it's fair, it's fair. No, nigga, it's competitiveness. Stop it. Why does he want to act like he doesn't want, like? And we're also gonna break it down later when we get to the other part of the interview, right? To the later part, right? But this guy is trying to act like he's all about, like, this guy trying to act like he's brother love, like it's mankind. Like, stop it, bro. Like, of course, it's competitiveness, because you definitely felt some weight, and I've said it on the previous reaction I did to the Cole interviews, right? It's out of you responded, right? Because I don't think he got pressured into it like he said he had. Like, he heard that motherfuck the big three line and probably felt some way about it, because I think he interpreted it as, okay, so Kendrick is like throwing a jab at me, because let's not act like J. Cole didn't also not throw jabs at Kendrick Lamar here and there throughout his career. No. So that line, of course, made it feel some ways like, okay, you just give me that one jab, then I'll come back at you that way. I've said it so many times. If 7 Minute Drill did what he thought it would do, he would have stand on that song a lot more and everything else a lot more than people think he wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? It would have boosted his ego. It's like, okay, shit, people love the song. You know what I'm saying? I actually doing a good job. I'm just waiting for Kendrick to respond, and then I'm gonna hit him with something. That's what I mean. He's copping out. He's trying to cop out with all these excuses, you know what I'm saying, and say, oh yeah, fear. Oh yeah. No, it was competitiveness, bro. But because you're not really built for the battle. When it's time to step up, you're not really built for it. That's cool and all, you know what I'm saying? But again, I'm going back to your age, J. Cole. You're 39, 40 years old, and I think you're now 41. But that at that age, you shouldn't be like, oh man, you know, doing all this gaslighting and stuff, doing all this fear, peer pressure. Don't you too old for that, to be honest. I'm sorry, like, you know what I'm saying. You're not too old to learn, but you're definitely too old for these type of saying Jedi mind tricks. Let's move on.
Because competitive is another, like, yo, me competitive is what the fuck I've been doing for the past 10 years. Right. That's me competitive. Me sharpening my pen, me popping up on this song, that song, my own songs, and doing what I do. That's competitive to me.
Right.
Like, I wish I could tell you that competitiveness made me do that, put out that song. That wasn't competitive, nigga. That was straight fear. That was a.
He's saying, okay, the way that I've been rapping on these features and all this stuff, that's competitiveness. Okay, I hear that. But so is 7 Minute Drill. It's competitiveness, bro. You talk about it's fair. I think what he feared most, and at the end of the day, it did came true, is the reception of the song. And also taking a loss. Because at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. J. Cole took a loss in that battle. Even though Kendrick didn't really demolish him, right? He only had, like, I would say, one line. I think that one line was enough. Like, I pray they're my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I think that line was just enough for to destroy Cole. Cole took an L. And what he's doing is a lot, like I said, Jedi mind tricks. He's doing a lot of gaslighting. He's trying to, his fear was taking the L, and people will not listen to the fall off because he took an L. So what he did, he copped out. He said he apologized and left the battle, right? But you still took the L because at the end of the day, you jumped into the battle regardless. 7-minute drill still exists. Like it might be deleted from the Might Delete Later album, but on YouTube I still can find the song. It's there. You jumped in. It wasn't good enough, and you lost. You apologize and doesn't erase the loss because you lost still. That's what J. Cole, I think that's what he's trying to like. He's trying to act like he didn't lose. You lost, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? He trying to like the Drake, what Drake is doing, right? But in his little way of like the kumbaya thing and oh yeah, fair. Oh, I wasn't really into it. Oh, I wasn't, this his type of way. And you know what I'm saying? He making light skinned niggas look bad. Him and Drake right now. I had enough. Let's move on.
Bozo move, like, because actually I knew as I'm doing that song and as I'm recording that song and I'm putting it out, man, this is just enough to look like I did something. And that's my man. Like he gonna probably give me like 1 or 2 lines. He might give me a little verse, boom, boom. And I was willing to just take that. I just wanted to get past this moment so I could get to the album.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's not competitive. That's far from competitive, nigga. That's I wish I could tell you it was competitiveness. I'll be a little more proud, you know what I mean, if that was competitiveness, but that wouldn't look like that.
Would you have decided differently if the
Okay, wait. He said I would have been more proud if it was competitive though. Like, listen, man. You kind of, if we go back, right, into like his battle resume. Remember Little Pump, right? So he went a Little Pump, right? Smoke Perp, Little Pump on 1985. Right? And he did a Little Pump and basically destroyed his career. Then shortly after the album release, right, and that song hit, he sat down with Little Pump and was having a little chat about whatever, like life and all this stuff, right? Piece it up. This guy is funny, right? So now he's saying, "Oh no, it wasn't competitive." Or else, I feel more proud about it, right? This kind of like reminds me of that moment, right, where he did 1985, right? He felt proud about this a Little Pump for a minute and smashes and destroy his career. I mean, didn't take too much effort because a Little Pump of all, but now he also puts like, "Oh no, I'm not really proud of it." Then he was sitting down with Little Pump. Like stand for something, man. When you go sit, like first it was like you had all the energy to destroy Little Pump, right? And then a few weeks later you sit down with him and have a chat. Like everything is all good. Oh no, 1985 wasn't for Little Pump. I remember that. And if y'all don't remember that, y'all must fast. Some of y'all definitely must have selective memory because I remember exactly how that went. Let's move on.
Order was reversed, like if the album was out and then all this happened, would you let your competitive spirit sort of take over? Or the album was that important to get out first?
It depends though, because like it's also weird because I know how I feel about this man, you know what I mean? Like, and I know how he feel about me, at least, you know, through our communications and our dealings.
Okay, wait. Also, this is not really a response to what he's saying now, but the fear that he had, right? And also like him talking about, I'll misrepresent myself, that how I feel about bro and all this stuff. Is this one of the reasons why we think about it? Is this one of the reasons why we never got the Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole collab album? Because he was scared that Kendrick Lamar was gonna out rap him. I'm not saying that J. Cole doesn't rap with the spitters. Like I'm not saying that. Right? Because he rapped with Royce the 5'9", right? Benny the Butcher, Daylight, Absol, right? Like some that we consider elite rappers, elite spitters, elite lyricists, whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, J. Cole, saying doesn't want to do doesn't want to like be in the booth and go battle mode, right? Go beast mode, whatever you want to call it." But I feel like with Kendrick, it hits a little different with him. Like he really scared that Kendrick is gonna outshine him like that. That's how I feel. Maybe that's how I feel that. Maybe that's why we never got the collab album that we should have gotten from them too, or even a lot more features. Because if I look at their feature history, J. Cole and Kendrick never rap with each other on a track. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Born Sinner came out, right? And a lot of people were hyped for that Forbidden Fruit song, only for Kendrick to do just a little stupid ass chorus. Take a little trip. I hated that song, by the way, man. And at High Power, he only did the beat. What else? What else features with J. Cole and Kendrick? Like we never really got both of them on the track rapping. Think about it. Think about it, peoples. Like really, just let it marinate though, because we like go to the discography of both. Like they only hopped each other beat. They didn't really rap with each other on one song. I think also that there's a song with Jeezy, right? Where J. Cole's rapping on, and Kendrick only did the chorus as well. He wasn't rapping on that song. It was a song with Cole, Jeezy, and Kendrick. I don't remember their name, right? But it's just that they never rap on that song. They never rap with each other on a song. Like I'm talking about really rapping. Peep the game.
Damn, like, you know, I know how we feel about each other. So I know it's not actually a problem there.
For sure.
So what does competitiveness look like when you know you ain't got a problem with somebody? But then you also, at the same time, are lumped in with somebody that you might actually have a problem with. You know what I mean? And I'm not lumped in because you necessarily said, fuck me. But that's a great area in itself. So to your point, you're basically asking like, yo, if the fall off was out and then that happened, would my competitiveness had like kicked in, or would I have been more willing to like quote unquote compete?
Right.
Well, then it depends on what you call competition. Cause it's like, yo, would I have been willing to take it where they took it? With him.
Oh, here it goes again. He J. Cole, you and Kendrick was never gonna go there the way Kendrick and Drake was gonna go there, because you knew that these two did not like each other before it went there. It's like this guy is just, he always acted like he never knew what's going on, like he don't know what the hell's going on between him and Drake. I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar, him and Drake. J. Cole, you know very well that these two had issues, and it was boiling. That's what this guy, and he really thought that it was gonna go there with him and J. Cole. If Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole really was gonna go toe to toe, it was not. Stop it. Stop it for real. Because now you're trying to change narratives. Now you're you're doing a lot of revisionism. Even before Euphoria came out, nobody expected you and Kendrick to really go, that it was going to go the way it was going to go. There was no animosity whatsoever, like from both sides. If I'm talking about the fan bases, right? Nobody was thinking, oh shit, Kendrick and Cole, they're really gonna go for each other's neck, right? They're gonna kill each other, like because they don't like each other. With Kendrick and Drake, you already knew, like, oh shit, because it was boiling for years. It's all leading back to Control. That was 13 years ago, and I feel old right now, even though I'm just 32. But geez, Control. You already know where that was gonna go, because it was boiling for years. You and Kendrick have been in good graces for as far as we know. So nobody had the perception of that it was going to be going to where it was going to go with Kendrick and Drake. And the reason why it even went that far is mostly from Drake's part, not from Kendrick. So again, you not holding your light-skinned homeboy accountable, but let's keep it moving.
Him or him? Absolutely not. Like, if that's competitiveness, I for sure would have lost.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have been willing to take it there. And if I was willing to take it there, it only would have been because I was worried about what the world gonna say. So then even if I did take it there and somehow demolish or boom, 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 I still lost.
The fear.
Because and my heart would be feeling like, nigga, you did that so that people would say that you better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's so it depends on what you define as competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So J. Cole, he reminds me of like players, whether it's basketball or football, that are insanely talented, but just don't have the heart or the killer instinct to say, okay, you know what? You're my homie. But if it ever comes down that we face each other, I'm gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's like Heat, right, with De Niro and Al Pacino when they had that little scene at the cafeteria, right, where they talking about, oh yeah, you know, I like you, but if it ever comes down to, if push comes to shove, you know, I'm gonna have to take you down. You know, like it's you know, no, it's kind of like what I was talking about on the ranking of most get talent, when we were talking about Jettel Vandenberg, right? When I was calling my dad, right? And Jettel Vandenberg was more talented than Fun Buster, but guess what? Fun Buster had that killer in him and say, you know what? I want to be the best. Vandenberg didn't really had that. Or basketball, right? Ben Simmons has all the talent to be, or had all the talent to be up there with some of the greats, but he don't want it. He never wanted it. Or Vince Carter. No? Like Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? If he faced Patrick Ewing or Charles Barkley, right, his homeboys, like Charles Oakley in the playoffs, right? He's not gonna be like, man, I just feel bad for taking him down. Like, yeah, fuck that, man. You in my way. Move away. Like you're trying to stop me from my goal. And we'll definitely talk about Michael Jordan and the J. Cole comparison a little bit later, man. But in terms of like I said, like if like Kendrick and Drake are in your way of becoming the best, if you feel bad about, you know, doing that battle, right? And at the end of the day, you really feel bad. Oh, I would have lost the bro, like you said on Port Antonio. Then you know it just shows that you just don't have the heart. Meanwhile, you for years you've been bragging about you wanted to be the best. Oh, you know, I'm writing the list. I'm taking rappers down. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear that, you know what I'm saying? But now the believability is really starting to shrink. It's starting to shrink, and and mostly for your fan bases. Yeah, I'm worried though, because they look at you like that the way that, you know, I look at Nas or LL Cool J, right? That, no, because people look at you like, yeah, like yo, you that guy. You have, you know. So that's why a lot of people have problems with you not saying, oh yeah, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. But meanwhile, you really are dodging smoke. You know what I'm saying? You say you're not dodging smoke of Port Antonio, but you are dodging smoke, right? You know, because Diggy Simmons and Lil Pump and No Name is not gonna do it for you to be considered, oh yeah, I'm not only that you're battle tested, but that you really are what you say you are in your tracks, you know what I'm saying? No, Kendrick was the perfect opportunity. Unfortunately, it did not happen, but there's still rappers out there that you have to respond to. Sci-Hi is still waiting for a response. And Simba is still waiting for a response, right? I think he did like do a little dig at Simba, but like you know, we need more. You know, like Michael Irvin said, we need more. know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, this guy always acted like he above Balin anyway. Meanwhile, you made tracks where you address people, false prophets. We were going at Kanye, you were going at Wale, and I think Wale responded to you and never responded back. No, let's move on.
And all this, what's your personal compass? What it feels like on your spirit?
100%, my heart.
Period.
Yeah. Because I'm either clear enough to listen and be in tune with what's on my heart, and to go with that, or I'm in a place where I'm not present enough. Shit is cloudy. I'm stressed. I'm living in more fear than usual, and I can't tap in with what my heart is actually saying or what my spirit is actually saying. And in that confusion, you liable to do some fugazi shit. You know what I mean? Like so. But my compass is this. Like, yo, how does that feel? And guess what? Emotions are like valid. Like fear is valid, anger is valid. All of these are valid things. But to move off of them and then make a decision off of them, that's when it's like, oh, okay. You enter a territory where you go from feeling like the victim to actually being in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like even if the world don't say it, you know in your heart, you ain't have to take it like that. And you have to take it to that level. Not speak about for myself. I'm just talking about on an everyday level. People justify the fuck shit they do to somebody else because that person did something to them first. You know what I mean? It's like, and they ain't always going to be, and I'm not no different, but it's like, it's always going to be like, yeah, but they boom, 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 boom. So you justify it in your mind, but it's like, yo,
now you acting out.
What would Jesus do? You know what I mean? What would God do? What would what's the actual way to move? You know what I mean? Like, so,
wait, listen, man, J. Cole really is fine. He's fine with his hoodie, man. Like, bro, take it off or something. Like, bro, honestly, you might as well just sit there with your t-shirt or just another hoodie, man. Like, well, you fine with his hoodie, bro, just take the hood off or something, man. Bro, he might like the oh, will we survive this hoodie? Will we survive this hoodie?
So not saying we all perfect because we far from it. We all just trying to figure this thing out. But I be trying to move on some like, yo, what's the real version of me? How would the real version of me that's connected to God, that's forever?
There's also this conspiracies or the theories that, like, you know, people gave you the heads. I don't know how true it is, but like,
it's not true. It's a straight lies. Like, I wish we could do a whole season of 7 p.m. in Brooklyn and just go debunk every lie. I'm so glad you said that.
There was the rumor that Drake was supposed to be at Dreamville Fest.
That actually is true. He was supposed to be at Dreamville Fest. Like that was planned. He was coming. He didn't come.
Okay.
Thank God he didn't come. No disrespect to Drake. I love Drake. But like, had he come, I would have felt more pressure to be on stage representing that energy. Way before Kendrick's song dropped, he was supposed to come. I was trying to get Kendrick to come too. Like that, my plan for Dreamville Fest that year, mind you, I never got a chance to like. It's crazy because like, you know, around the time I was going to hit Kendrick, like, yo, you want to come through and make this moment, boom, boom. I told Drake. Drake knew that it was something I wanted to happen when we was on tour. I'm like, yo, it'd be crazy if both of y'all came out at Dreamville Fest, boom, boom. It's silly now to say, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, nigga. There were other plans in the works, but so
because y'all all supposed to be on first person shooter together, right?
Yeah, so that's never going to happen. They're going to share the stage, all three of them together. That's never going to happen.
No, was not that we were all supposed to. No. So it's. I hate that with so many lies. You're actually saying.
I gotta ask.
With so many lies, you're actually saying things that are like half truths.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like Drake's supposed to be coming to Dreamville Fest. Yes, half truth. Okay. He was always going to be coming to Dreamville Fest from when we was on tour together. Right. He had always like agreed to do that. Yeah. It was only this situation that made him like. And he actually told me, he was like, and I appreciate him for doing this. He's like, yo, bro. It was after he didn't show up, but he was like, yo, bro. I didn't want to put you in a situation because he could tell when me and him talked, he could tell my heart wasn't maybe equivalent to his. So he was like, yo, I didn't want to come down there and put you in a situation on that stage and say some shit that you would have to stand behind. You know what I
mean? Okay, I'm not here airing that. I mean, of course, he just quoting what Drake told him though, right? But Drake knew what he was doing. He knew what he's doing first person shooter, first of all, and second of all, then he said something on, I think it was Family Matters, where he said about, Cole might feel upset about it, but not me. Right? Like you could like listen, man. I said on my last video about J. Cole's last interview as well, where like I already said that Drake definitely feels some way that Cole did not ride shotgun with him. He definitely still feels some weight. I guess I think because I think there was some digs that he threw at Cole. Not only that, but I just forgot. But Drake definitely disappointed that he wanted J. Cole on his side, right? Unfortunately, Cole backed out, and you know, Drake says he didn't want to put him in a situation, but he indirectly did. Because in my heart, I feel like it's directly because he had, I think, first person shooter. Like if it was supposed to be just him and Kendrick, right? And Kendrick denied the request for obvious reasons. And then the next person he getting is J. Cole out of everybody, and he just knew, okay, yeah, then, yeah, this is a slight towards Kendrick because I didn't get you on the song, but I'll get both our boy on the song, and then him doing the bit. This is where I'm at with it, right? So for you to say, oh, the big three line and all that stuff, and and we'll get to it because I already heard, but
And ultimately, that's why he told me he didn't show up.
Mhm.
So, and I'm like, thank you. Thank God that you didn't, because it left the space for me to receive what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? But that's one thing you said that was like a half truth. You just said another half truth, which was, what was the other half?
This was all being on first person shooter together.
Oh, so I'm not gonna say we were all supposed to be. How it came to me was, before that beat ever made it to me, I think Kendrick wanted that. I mean, I think Drake wanted that to be a him and Dot song.
Okay.
Like I think that's what it was. And I think my interpretation is like, maybe when it wasn't moving fast enough or he wasn't getting the response he wanted, maybe he was like, let me hit Cole. Because I think Boy Wonder was pushing like, bro, you need to hit Cole. Boom, boom. Mind you. So I never looked at that song like it was gonna be all of us. I thought it was me and Drake, and I just had the beat.
Okay.
There was nothing on it. I just had, and I felt mad pressure because I wanted to come through for him. You know what I mean? I felt like he showed up at Dreamville Fest the year before that. You know what I mean? I wanted to come through for him. I had to write that verse several times. You know what I mean? So that's a half truth, kind of.
Okay.
But there's no part of us making that song where it's like, yo, Kendrick was supposed to be on here. Nah, I just got a beat for Drake. I want to come through for him on his album. The clock was running.
Okay, he said he didn't know that Kendrick was going to be on that song though. But here's what I don't understand, because I'll say it goes back to Port Antonio. Like it's you say that. Like, what is it again? I would have lost the battle. I would have lost the bro, whatever. Something just don't sit right with me in terms of like him saying, "Oh yeah, I didn't know Kendrick was going to be on a song, but he denied the request. I didn't know that. I just wrote my verse. I got the beat. That's it." And then you say the big three, like it's kind of like we'll just move on.
You know what I mean? And wind it down. Boom, and I came through. But you said something in the beginning. Damn, I want to remember.
There was somebody. I think
No, you
it was
said something about me saying.
Schoolboy
You said
Q,
something about me.
Getting a heads
No,
up.
Schoolboy Q, that's a complete lie.
Okay.
Ask Schoolboy Q. That's just like internet, like, yo, that's a straight lie. And there's
Gotcha.
many of those.
Gotcha.
Many half truths and many way more straight lies. Like the Schoolboy Q shit is a straight lie. Like, of course, shout to Schoolboy Q. He not gonna come out and just say it on his own, but it's like when you get a chance, ask him. It's a straight up lie. But you said something in the beginning how like on songs, like how I say I'm the best on songs. It's like, ask me in real life, do I think I'm the best rapper alive?
Do you think you're the best rapper alive?
Bro, it's a nigga named Black Thought that exists.
Okay, wait.
It's a nigga named...
Before we get into that part, right? He said, no, the Schoolboy Q, that's okay. Remember that was said that Schoolboy Q told J. Cole that no, stay out of the beef because it's gonna go somewhere crazy. And okay, so that's not true. But like I remember, like on Port Antonio, he said he backed out because he knew where it was gonna go, and now all of a sudden he's saying that he didn't know where it was gonna go. So what? So did you know or did you not know? So he's basically like he's basically saying, right? Wait, because I'm looking at the lyrics of Port Antonio right now. Um, yeah. So is that? Did you not know? Or did you do? Did you know? That's what it comes down to. Like he's contradicting himself. So that first he's saying, "I did not know it was gonna go there." Like that's what he's been saying for the last few interviews. I did not know it was gonna go there. But before that, on Port Antonio, he said, "Oh, um, I knew it was gonna go there. That's why I backed out." So he's contradicting himself now, and that's telling me that you're lying right now. You're lying because first you say you knew it was gonna go. That's what I'm also saying in the beginning. Like he knew J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick weren't that cool. So it's like you did know where it was gonna go because you're not stupid. You knew where it was gonna go because you knew Kendrick and Drake. Sorry, don't even look the same. But Drake and Kendrick, you knew it was gonna go somewhere that you did not want to be a part of. But and at the end of the day, you did become a part of that, right? So yeah, let's move on to this segment right here because this one is really baffling to me though.
The best on songs. It's like, ask me in real life, do I think I'm the best rapper alive?
Do you think you're the best rapper alive?
Bro, it's a nigga named Black Thought that exists.
Mm.
It's a nigga named Lupe Fiasco that exists.
Mm.
It's niggas that on any given day, even my peers, a Drake or a Kendrick, where it's like, yo, I know on any given day I can show up to the studio and give these niggas 80.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they can show up on any day in the studio and give me 80.
Mm-hmm.
And I might only have 30. Like, so if I'm taking on a rap persona, like when I'm rapping,
Mm-hmm.
of course, that's what I like to, that's how I like to rap. And guess what? Sometimes I hit the mark and I say shit and I spit a verse that really might have you believe in that shit. But if you ask me in real life, do I walk around like I'm the best rapper alive? No, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm the best ever. No. But when I put on that motherfucking cape,
Mm-hmm.
like that's how I try to attack shit. And have there been things and moments and verses?
Okay, so now he's so now he's saying, okay, me bragging about being the best on the tracks is just a persona, man. Like it's fucking WWE, right? Oh no, me talking about being the best. No, I'm Goldberg or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm The Rock. I'm not in real life. I'm Dwayne Johnson. I don't think like that. But on the mic, I'm The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, listen, like we all know that in hip hop, you know, with rap particularly, I'm rapping. I know with like pop people over exaggerate. You know, we've heard like uh guns as big as a Gundam or oh guns so big, the Dragon Zord from Power Rangers can't hold it. You know what I'm saying? It's great. You know, guns so big, it can fire all the way to Jupiter. We can go on. You know what I'm saying? Like we know there are a lot of people like a lot of rappers talking about being the best in their way, you know what I'm saying? In a very creative way. They talk about being the best at killing your favorite rapper and killing every rapper they see in sight. I know what I'm saying? I myself am that type of rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like I love those to write those raps about how I am the best and going to destroy your favorite rapper and prove it to you. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite type of genre because I feel like that is the nucleus of an MC. To me, that's my opinion. That's the nucleus. Like trying to show yourself, trying to show on the mic how good you are in a lot of creative ways and punchlines and metaphors, you know, flows. That's how to me you make a name for yourself. Everything else comes later, right? The storytelling, uh, being more personal, um expressing your feelings, like love and all that comes later, but the nucleus, the foundation, the fundamentals of rapping as an MC is to me proving how good you are. If I look back at like right the start of hip hop, right, the 70s, right? When rappers, of course, if MCs was just like, they were doing the ad libs and stuff. But at some point, of course, that evolved into like dropping a rhyme, dropping a 16 or 32, how long or whatever it was going to be, and showcase like how good you are in rhyming. No, so I feel like that is the base, the basic part. But Cole here is trying to say, oh yeah, it's a persona, right? And if you ask me outside of that persona, if I go out the booth and I turn into Jermaine Cole and not J. Cole, then I don't believe I'm the best. I get where he's coming from because, of course, a lot of rappers, if you ask Eminem, for example, will he put himself over Rakim? We'll probably say no, but you'll never know because Eminem won't tell you that, or he will go onto interviews. Because I heard him praise a lot of rappers, saying that he like said like, oh man, when I heard that rapper, when I heard Tretch from Naughty by Nature, man, I just could not write for a whole year. That's how I feel about certain rappers as well. When I hear them rap, it's like, man, but I'll study them and counter what they're saying with something that I feel like it's a very creative way that's better than what they're saying. And I found this, once again, to me, is a cop out, you know what I'm saying? Because J. Cole is been here for more than 13 years or longer for him to all of a sudden now say, oh yeah, now I'm not the best. Now I'm not the best. Like I said, this guy's Ben Simmons. Because unlike him, Kendrick Lamar did win our interviews and say, yo, I have to be the best. I have to be. LL Cool J called himself the fucking GOAT. Some rappers do believe that. Does every rapper feel like they're the GOAT? Of course not. But I'm saying he's trying to cop out because he lost the battle now. And people knew when he ducked, right? Because he still in his mind believe he didn't lost the battle because he copped out. You lost, right? You lost. You copped out, and people were on his case, including me. I said like, no, now you cannot say that you're the best anymore because you had a chance to prove it, right? And you copped out. You apologized, and he was like, all right. And I feel like that was a way for him to say, okay, look, I apologize, and now I can still rap about being the best again. No, because again, like I said, you keep dodging Sci-Hi, you keep dodging Simba, and you probably dodge more rappers that will come for you, including me, because I have bars for you, though. I have bars for you, and if I ever make it, bro, just know I have bars for you, because I feel because no, it's to me this is lame. It's lame. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's so much of a persona, right, that you're saying, oh, this is the persona that the character I'm creating, right? Like you're Dwayne Johnson, right, and in the booth you're The Rock, right? Like, oh, if you smell what the coal is cooking or something like that. No. Oh, then I'm I'm gonna kill your favorite rapper, put his neck in the nooses on this stuff. You definitely felt a way about what people were saying because you said Port Antonio exists. Remember what you said? They see this fire on my pen. They think I'm dodging smoke. Yes, you are dodging smoke. And you are obviously dodging it now because you know why you're saying, "Oh, I'm not really believing what I'm saying. I'm a character. It's just a character, but I don't believe. But the character that I'm portraying, it's just for show. But that's not me. I feel like as a rapper, you have to stand on what you're saying, especially if you feel like you're the best. Because Nas, right? Yeah, Nas got Nas Escobar and all this stuff, but Nas is like whatever he writes, he means that shit. You have to mean it. You have to. That's what I mean. Right now, you're standing for nothing, and you're hiding behind. Oh, I created this character, J. Cole, and J. Cole feels like he's the best, but Jermaine Cole is just a humble guy. Says, "Oh, I don't think I'm better." And he said about, "Oh yeah, there's rappers out there like Lupe and Black Thought, right? Cool and all that, man. That's cool." But that goes back to my Michael Jordan analogy. Michael Jordan probably thought they were so great players as well. like Clyde Drexler, for example. He, you know what I'm saying? But look, go back to The Last Dance. He said, yeah, Clyde was a threat, but fuck that. I'm better than Clyde. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Clyde, but fuck Clyde. I got to win this championship. I got to prove I'm the best. I'm better. People forget that because people now all of a sudden, with Michael Jordan released an interview, right, or with Gayle King, people him saying he's not the GOAT. All people say, see. That doesn't mean that Michael Jordan thought that when he was still playing. Because remember Last Dance when people were saying, "Oh, Clyde Drexler is better than Michael Jordan." He took that personal. Because Michael Jordan was the best player in the fucking game. And people were saying, "Oh, Clyde's better than him." Oh, really? Clyde's the best player in the game? Bring him to me. Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley said, not too long ago, I felt like I was the best player in the world. In 1993, right? I'm the best player in the damn world, and I'm gonna prove it. Michael probably heard that as well. I was like, okay, we'll see. We'll meet you. I'll meet you in the finals. Guess who won? Not Charles Barkley. But at least Charles Barkley stood on that. He stood, I'm the best player. I'm gonna prove it. Lost, unfortunately. J. Cole here don't stand on nothing. He's saying, oh, I'm not the best. Meanwhile, you had a line saying, to find deliveries as good as mine, you have to search primes. So you're willing to compare yourself to the greatest of all times, like Nas, Rakim, Tupac, right? Biggie, G-Rap. You know, you want to compare yourself to them, but you don't want to take that risk. You don't want to take the leap of faith and go into war with some of the best. It doesn't have to be a beef, but hop on these shots. Like you talking about, on a day I could give him 80, but then on another day somebody else can give me 80. No, you don't have, no, that's, if you think that way, you already failed. Because as good as Black Thought and Lupe are, I'm not going to the studio and thinking, oh, today's my day. And then the next day when I have to hop on him again, oh, no, today's not really my day. Every day is my damn day. And that's how I am, though, because I'm now speaking for myself. But that's how you should be. If you're willing, if you are so into like wanting the throne in hip hop, wanting to be the best. You know what I'm saying? And people talk about, oh yeah, but Michael Jordan said he's not the GOAT. Michael Jordan said he's not the GOAT, all that stuff. Michael Jordan's retired. Michael Jordan already proved himself. Let the resume talk. That's why he's not saying he's the GOAT, because he let the people talk for him. J. Cole's still active, pretty much active. Just dropped an album. Still rapping about, oh, I'm the best. He's not retired. Even though this was supposed to be his retirement album, he's not retired. So, what is it? You know what I'm saying? And before I move on, I'm saying you're not oozing confidence. You're not oozing confidence. Because he act like this, he acting like he don't have the energy to call out anybody or go into the booth. You've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget, everybody dies. We was calling out every rapper and all this stuff. Let's move on.
This is where I'm writing this shit and I'm like, I know niggas not fucking with this. Absolutely. But in reality, do I walk around this earth like there's no nigga better than me in real life? Like I can't get in the studio with Black Thought and he just give me 90. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting there like, I got 25 for you. You know what I mean? Or any one of these amazing rappers. But I think people hear me say it because they don't know me for real.
Right.
They hear me say it in a verse so much when I have on the cape.
It sounds convincing like a month.
It doesn't matter if people know you for real or not. Because at the end of the day, people will not know you for real. They won't. I will never probably know you. But what I'm trying to say is here. is you making all these excuses now. I'm saying, oh yeah, oh, I'm saying I'm the best, right? But it's all a persona. Like, you're talking about Black Thought and all this stuff, right? Listen, man, I'm not the biggest Eminem fan, but one thing for sure, Eminem went toe to toe with the greatest on songs. Jay-Z, Black Thought. Speaking of Black Thought, he had a song, Black Thought, yeah, yeah. And some people will say, oh, Eminem had the best first, or Eminem don't have the best. It happens, you know what I'm saying? I think this guy is now scared of debate as well. He's scared of debates now because it's like, oh, you know. And I'm not saying that J. Cole never went on tracks to prove how good he is with other rappers that are good. Like I said, I gave examples in the beginning. But I feel like now with this whole Kendrick thing, it's like he don't even want to do that anymore. He don't even want to do that anymore because it's like, oh, now I gotta prove it because of me copping out. You're just making it worse for yourself. You know what I'm saying? This guy is so much of a fence sitter, bro. I bet for sure he got a lot of splinters on his ass, man. I swear to God.
It sound convincing because I'm really doing that shit that's gonna have a nigga like, man, nigga. No, you think when you hear it, nigga. You just scared that people actually believe that.
Yeah.
But the truth is, nigga.
Okay, wait. Wait, well, let's go back.
Think when you hear it, nigga. And think when you I'm sitting there like, I got 25 for you. You know what I mean? Or any one of these amazing rappers. But I think people hear me say it because they don't know me for real.
Right.
They hear me say it in a verse so much when I have on the cape.
It sounds convincing like a motherfucker.
It sounds convincing because I'm really doing that shit that's gonna have a nigga like, man, nigga. No, you think when you hear it, nigga. You just scared that people actually believe that.
Yeah.
But the truth,
dog, isn't that the purpose of you bragging about yourself on tracks? Just like Will Smith, that stupid ass line that he said on that freestyle. I pulled the pin out of the grenade on purpose before I blew it. That's what you're supposed to do. You bragging about being the best, right, on tracks to make the people believe that you are the best is what you're supposed to do. Like this guy's doing a lot of Jedi mind tricks and gaslighting us. And like this reminds me of Arsenal fans that flop gooners, right? When things are not going well, right? It's the Arsenal fans for back the team. You're not backing the team. Oh, back the team. Meanwhile, they have to prove to us why we have to back the team. He's doing the same type of shit. Like, honestly, when you rap about yourself being the best, it's because you believe it and you want to make the next person believe it as well. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I don't believe it. But hey, you believe it though. You believe it, even though it's not true because it's just a persona. No. Because everything that J. Cole's been rapping about, right, in terms of like his life and all this stuff, is that all persona now? Is that not real? Because I know rappers and all this stuff. Like, you know, people say rap is WWE. I get that, but J. Cole, a lot of stories that he told, it's not coming from like a place where I feel like, okay, yeah, that's not real. Whatever it is, it's not something from his life. You know, honestly, man, the believability right now is shrinking hard, and now he's trying to act like fake humble and all this stuff. You know, and I know probably will see this. Oh, see, it's all a character, right? And I'm definitely talking about the stands with their mental illness that's going on, right? Oh, no, see, it's just a character. He can still rap about being because it's just a character, people. That's not how it works. Since when? So trust me, if this was Nas doing it right, or Jay-Z, right? If I look at some of the GOATs, right? Nas, right? If Rakim came out today, right? And they said, oh, me rapping on stuff it's just a character, man. Oh, I'm not really the microphone fiend and all that stuff. Oh, I really am a joke. Bro, people would have been crushed. It's like, bro, you dog. You know what I'm saying? And I never heard like even Nas. We all know like Nas like write stories and or like insert like personas, right? Nas Escobar and stuff. But I can never like. There is some real sprinkling into what they're writing. You know what I'm saying? If Nas writes from certain aspects, it's from his aspect. Of course, some like some visuals of like imagery. Not imagery. I would say like imaginations or whatever. Like like you know, like back when the mafioso rapping on the firm and all, you know, like of course. But when it comes down to like I said, when we go back to like the main vocal, like when you on the mic and you showcase why you're the best, that is you. That's not a character. That is you. Because you're trying to prove, like, I got the illest punchlines, I got the illest metaphors, I got the illest flows, and that is all me. If I go on the mic right now, right, and I'm rapping, right, you know what I'm saying, and I'm showcasing, I'm trying to prove the crowd who's the best. That is me. That is not, you know what I'm saying, that's not an alter ego talking or whatever. You know what I'm saying, like Devontae is Devontae at the end of the day. Even though that's not my real name, Devontae is Devontae. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still Devontae. I'm still the same person on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like of course, the lyrics, like it's lyrics. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to show to you I am the best with it. You know what I'm saying? This guy is trying to dodge accountability. He's trying to make excuses and all this stuff, man. He's the same guy that will go to a supermarket, right? And he needs something. There's only one pack left, right? He goes for that pack of rice or pack of noodles, right? And then somebody else sees it as well, you know, that wants a pack of rice or a pack of noodles, and you're looking at the person. He's like, okay, you know what, you can have it. Meanwhile, he's starving. He don't got nothing in the fridge.
Truth is, nigga, have I done things that are on that caliber? Absolutely. Like, are there people that'll get in there and smack me? Absolutely. Can I get in that same studio on another given day and smack them around? Absolutely. It's no different than basketball.
Mhm.
How many times you done gave a nigga 50 or 40
Mhm.
and then turn around and he done gave you 50 or 40? Like, it's no different. You know what I mean? So like, I think people think that I like walk around with that mentality or something. It's like, bro, that's not even my character. You know what I mean? To walk around thinking like, I hope that I do something when I sit down to write that could be.
I don't know if that's a good analogy with basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like there are players that what like Michael Jordan had games where people all of a sudden like went off on Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. They didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? But how many times does it happen? I don't know if it's a good analogy in terms of like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I might drop 50 and then the other night somebody might drop 50 on me and then the other night I drop 50, but then the other night, that's not a good analogy. Because then that just shows me that you're not really like one of the best players of all time. Because the best players of all time don't let it happen too often. Like I said, like of course, I remember Jay-Z, killing a feature, but then he'll have a feature where he doesn't perform. It happens, Jadakiss as well. Even though people over exaggerate, oh, Jadakiss never got smoke on a feature. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Oh, but it doesn't happen that often. That's the problem. And this guy making it seem like, oh, it happens all the time, though. And he's saying, oh, but I don't walk around with that mentality. Nobody's saying that in your daily life, outside the booth, where you're not recording, you have to walk around, oh, motherfucker, I'm the best. Oh, motherfucker, I'm the best. But when it's time, right? When somebody's calling out your name, when somebody is questioning your pen, something in your mind has to switch. That's with me. When I'm around certain areas, right? When I'm around like ciphers, when I'm in writing mode, when I'm around other artists, my mentality switches. My mentality is I want to better you. I'm here to better you. That's me. But that's not J. Cole, I guess. He feels like it's probably like sporadically when I feel, oh, when I write it, ooh, yes, it's good. But oh, this is not, yeah. No, so wait, let's go back. Cause wait,
50 or 40. Like it's no different. You know what I mean? So like, I think people think that I like walk around with that mentality or something. It's like, bro, that's not even my character. You know what I mean? To walk around thinking like, I hope that I do something when I sit down to write that can be considered at that level. You know what I mean? But I already know it's a lot of niggas out there that while I'm hoping.
Yeah, see, he don't believe in now it sounds like he don't even believe in his own skills. He's saying, I hope. Keyword, I hope. Words, I hope. Keyword, hope. He hopes. It's not like he for sure. You know what I'm saying? You're like, so now, and now it sounds like he don't believe in his own writing and all this stuff. And that's what I mean. Like he's doing all these Jedi mind tricks, right? And say, oh, it's a character and all stuff. When I write, I do feel like, oh yeah, but outside it and all this stuff. Listen, I know. Listen, look, I said this on my channel as well from time ago. That of course there are rappers I look up to. That it's like, man, am I really better than them? Like Tretch and all this stuff, like Tupac. Of course there are rappers out there when I look up to and it's like, man, am I better than them? But when I'm in that mode, when I'm in that mode, like I said, even when I listen to that music, it's like I hear what you're saying. It's so dope. But trust me, I'll do whatever it takes to better you. I don't think that's J. Cole. I think J. Cole looks like he just goes with the flow. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is such a he's trying to bend the culture now. Like it's the same with Jay-Z, wherever that interview is like he's trying to like, oh, now it's okay to now dodge battles, right? And dodge smoke, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he has so much energy for that line in Port Antonio where he said, oh, I wouldn't have lost the battle. Well, no, not that one. Sorry. They see this fire in my pen and think I'm dodging smoke, right? But now you clearly saying that oh, I am kind of dodging smoke. Because people are going to question your pen now even more. And now you have to get, now you're going to get peer pressure again. Oh, now J. Cole's going to J fold again. And he's been folding for like quite some time now. He folding here again. Because the venom that I heard you on Poor Thing as well, like for some rapper or whatever. But then you wasn't standing on anything again. Because when somebody asked you who was that for, oh, it was for a bunch of niggas. No, who? What do you mean it could apply for anybody that I knew? No, who? Stand on something. That's the problem with J. Cole that I have in the most. Being pretentious, being fake humble, and not stand on anything. He's just playing both sides of the fence. Stop it. And what angers me the most is that he's 8-9 years older than me and acts like he's 21. If he was younger, I could have said okay, I could have let it slide. But at his old age, being for that long in the game, right? This should have been said time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely know the younger Jermaine was in that mode of, oh, I'm trying to be the best. I'm trying to be the best. I'm trying to be the best. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really about that. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, no. Meanwhile, you still, no. I don't know what it is with J. Cole. And there's still one more interview coming up, you know what I'm saying? No. And wait, what did he have more?
Open?
Yeah.
They might be doing that shit right beside me.
Yeah.
And they might give me 60.
Okay, now I need to know. Mello.
Yo.
Did you walk around in real life thinking that you were the best nigga to ever do it?
No, because I felt like once I navigated and understood the landscape, I placed myself where I felt like I deserve to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right? With the
That's a
respect
bar.
of the game and with respect of players and also stripping everything. It was for
Okay, listen, I don't know if that's the right question to ask Melo. Like, no disrespect to Carmelo. He was a good player, very good player, you know what I'm saying? But you could tell that Carmelo wasn't, from his answer, if I look back at his career, you could just tell he, as good as he was, and he was clutch as well, but never had that edge to take Denver or New York over the hump. Say what you want about LeBron, he had that edge to do that, and the believability of, oh, I am the motherfucker. Oh, I'm trying to chase the ghost of Chicago. Remember that? That's what separates the absolute best from the great players, but that no. So this is a perfect example. And it's the same with Cole, but Cole is even worse than with Carmelo, because I do believe Carmelo had a lot more belief than what J. Cole's believing in his own ability. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to that Michael Jordan interview, right? Because people are trying to like use the skit as a gotcha, right? Michael Jordan has something to say about his GOAT status, All right, let's listen to the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
To do that.
You
Believe
would?
me, my competitive juices is set. Yeah, I would definitely love to do that.
Hopefully you bring us luck.
Michael Jordan is 63 and wears many titles, though there is one he would prefer not to hold. Is there room for more than one GOAT in basketball?
There's no such thing as GOAT. To me,
No such thing?
Not to me. Yeah, it's only because I think we learn from other athletes. We progress the game. To say that one is better than the other is not really right.
Let's end with this, Michael. You've done so much. Are you satisfied with your life's work and legacy?
Yes,
You are.
I am. I wouldn't change a thing. I live with my mistakes. I live with all the lessons that I've learned, and I've been blessed with friendships, with partners, with teammates, coaches, whatever. I would not change a thing. And
What a feeling.
if it ends today, I will have a smile on my face.
You know what I'm saying? So Michael Jordan just said, like, there's no such thing as a GOAT because we learn all from each other, past, present, future. I hear that. But Michael Jordan's career is already settled. And Michael Jordan knows, like, Michael Jordan was going to give you the PR answer. He's been doing that for his whole career. Because even when he was playing, and like, I think near the end of his career, near the end of like his second Bulls term, people were saying, "Oh yeah, are you the GOAT?" But he always said like, "Yeah, I know I haven't played against Bill Russell and all those guys for me to compare to put myself in that category that I'm the greatest of all time. I after But J. Cole had bars where he said, "Oh, to find deliveries as good as mine, you have to search prime." So, like I said, this goes back to you saying, "Okay, compare me to those guys. I am better than them." That's what you're trying to like. That's the interpretation of that bar. You know, oh, to find deliveries as good as mine, you got to search primes. You know what I'm saying? People don't think I listen to J. Cole. I listen to J. Cole for most of his career. So I like some lines that stood out to me. And that was definitely one of those, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. No, and I think, of course, it goes for Michael Jordan as well. Like, you have to search primes, like, oh, who was better? But again, Last Dance, what I just said, when Michael was playing, when he was active, Michael was in killer mode. And it doesn't care. And it didn't matter to him if he was a homie or not. He was going to talk his shit. He was going to prove he was the best. Same Larry Bird. Same Magic Johnson. Same with Kobe Bryant. They'll have respect for you. I think that's what people get misconstrued with what J. Cole's saying. See, Black Thought and Lupe. Oh, yeah, they're so good. Like, respect, yes. Because there's a lot of rappers that I respect, and I look up to because, and it is what it is. But that respect will never leave just because I wanted to take your spot. I respect the hell out of Nas. I respect the hell out of Kendrick Lamar. I respect these guys. The respect is there because they earn my respect for proving how good they are, how showcasing how good they are. But I won't back away from taking their spot as the #1 artist. J. Cole was basically like, oh yeah, I'll try. Might as well. No, like Jagged Edge shit. Might as well. No, we ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it. That's what the type of time he's on. Like, and J. Cole is this guy folding, man. Maybe that's why he made a song called "Folding Clothes" because he really a folding nigga, man. Like first he made Jay-Z tell him like, "Yo, make a hit song," right? And then Nas was really happy with Workout, and then he said, "Oh, I let Nas down." Like honestly, man, J. Cole is and listen, don't get him misconstrued. I'm not saying that J. Cole is a evil person or a bad person, far from. Because I think J. Cole, if you meet him in real life, he's probably like a chill dude. But there's certain things about him that I would not probably be good friends with this guy because he would irritate the fuck out of me. Like I said, this guy looks like he will talk about you when you're not there to another friend, like in the same friend group, and then the next day he'll talk to you, but then talk about that person while he was when meanwhile he was talking shit about you to that person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people around me that don't stand on something because those are the people that will leave you hanging out dry. Those are the people that won't have your back 100%. When the going gets rough, are they there for you? That is J. Cole. And it proves he showcased it for the last few years. And even before the beef, there were moments where J. Cole showed who he truly is. It's just that people have this sort of like perception of him that, you know, and that comes back to like stardom, mental illness. But I feel like in 2026, we need to stop attaching each other, stop and attaching ourselves to celebrities. You know, saying you don't know these people, just love the art, don't love the person. You know what I'm saying? Because most of them are assholes, and most of them are good person. No, because when shit hits the fan, are you still a fan? Like what Kendrick Lamar said. Because there's gonna be some like days where there's gonna be a day where you're gonna find out that artist is a nasty nigga or something like that. Like R. Kelly, best example. Everybody loved R. Kelly until it came out. Well, it was out for a long time anyway, but until it was really like a whole pile of shit about R. Kelly, it was oh fuck yeah. We don't listen to R. Kelly anymore. You know? And J. Cole's far from that. You know, I don't think he's, got skeletons in the closet that crazy. You know, compared to his other light skinned brethren right from Toronto. But no, can he still rap about being the best? To me, no. To me, no. No saying, and if you think, oh, it's WWE or whatever, no, because it goes back to like I said, he has smoke. He has smoke for people questioning his pen in the past. He called out rappers before, but now all of a sudden nobody can call him out anymore. So it's like it's gaslighting. It's like, oh, I can hold you accountable, but you can't hold me accountable. You know, and people gonna say, but he ain't doing it right. He's doing himself. No, not really. It's kind of like he said, half truth, half ass in it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, where is Sci-Hi? Why is the response to Sci-Hi? And Sci-Hi also coming to you on just some rap shit, not personal. No. You know, say and this is what I mean with the holier than thou complex with J. Cole. It's holier, is he's trying to act holier than thou in some sort of in his way. and I can see right through it. And there are people that reacted to it like Screwface, and I think other people, Sean C. Going a little crazy with the I hate titles, saying I don't hate J. Cole, but people see right through it. And they're going to use this, and they're using the Michael Jordan interview and say, oh, yeah, but see, J. Cole can now say, oh, see, this is what J. Cole talking about. Oh, see what no. Because Michael Jordan been there, done that. I think Michael Jordan is in the point in his life where he's like, I'll let the people talk for me. I'll let the people speak for me. I know in my mind I'm the greatest. I'm just not going to say it blatantly because I have too much respect for other eras, but I still feel like I'm better than anybody. Trust me, when Michael Jordan is basketball, and I think he also mentioned in the interview, like he misses basketball, and when that switch triggers, bro, it's like the Winter Soldier. when Michael touches a basketball, he is like the Winter Soldier. He just switches back into killer mode. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? And I understand J. Cole saying, yeah, in real life, I don't feel that way, and stuff. And there's so many other great rappers, but you are a reflection of your fan base in some sort of way. What I mean by that is if you don't believe that you are the best, right? In some, not at all, or you don't believe it. You don't have any belief at all. Then I think your fan base probably will be like, oh yeah, and there will probably be parts of the fan base that will be like, you know what, I cannot be a fan of it no more because I looked up to you. I thought you was that guy. I think that's why we love Nas or Tupac so much because they oozed confidence. You're not oozing confidence. That's what let a lot of people down because you're not oozing confidence. You don't act like this guy acted like you have to blatantly say, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. No, not everybody has to do that. But you have to ooze you have to ooze that confidence. You can't come in interviews and look like this, miserable and all this stuff, fighting with a hoodie, right? You know what I'm saying? Trying to survive the hoodie. Oh, will we survive the hoodie? Will we survive the hoodie? Like, bro, like J. Cole is also talking way too much. And I tweeted this, right? It's like, people say, oh, but people are mad at J. Cole's being truthful. Like there's also something called being too truthful, saying too much. Like yeah, especially as an artist, it's dangerous. Like being too truthful is got it's, and at the same time, I don't even know if he's really truthful. Because I still feel like he's lying and gaslighting and talking out the side of both necks, right? And even in the back of his neck, and the front of his neck. It's just all the four corners. No, it's very, very non-belief. There's no believability at all into what he's saying for the most part. Certain parts I get, but at the end of the day, bro, like you're just on the worst press run tour of all time that I've seen from every rapper, man. You're just on the worst press run tour. Honestly, man, we still have one more to go. I don't know how much more he got. Next one is Las Vegas. I just hope that he leaves all this bullshit aside because I'm just through with this whole J. Cole. Like, bro, like, just for your own sake, stop talking. Stop doing interviews. Stop doing interviews because it's honestly, bro, whoever's. I know artists have to do it, I'm saying? I know people always like look out for like a J. Cole interview, but this is like a little too much. He's letting too much out when he should like minimize it. No. it is what it is, people. So I'm recording. It's like, oh, it's like an hour and a half. We're gonna leave it at that. Subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. Stay tuned for ranking the most talented football players part 2. If everything goes as planned, or if not, then we are gonna reschedule that stream. And stay tuned for more peoples. I'm out. Have a blessed one.